Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One. Welcome to Boots on the Ground and news you should know. Let's get right into it. This is from MK in Australia. She always sends great things, but this is what she sends. Prices have started going back up again in Australia. Milk has just gone up yet again, this time by 10 cents a litre. My annual local council rates, that's like her property taxes, have gone up $400 a year. Now it is $2,860 a year for mine. My neighbor pays a lot more as they have a larger piece of property. In the next town, some people there have had their annual council rate increase over $1,000 a year, and the local council complains they aren't getting enough money out of the residents. My home insurance went up $400 a year. Electricity, in the past, she's told me all the increases, and I've reported it here, but they're talking about a further increase. Petrol is currently around $2.12 a liter. And they're talking about further interest rates for mortgages. And over there, a lot of people have adjustable mortgage rates, and they have just skyrocketed in the last year or two, and pushing the payments that these people are paying unbelievable. So yes, everywhere there's inflation, everywhere there is government that is reaching into our pockets deeper and deeper. You have definitely all heard of the F-35 that went down in South Carolina. I find it very interesting what happened. That thing's an $80 million plus fighter jet. It's a stealth fighter jet, but the pilot had to eject. The plane continued, I guess, for 80 more miles until it crashed. The military did not know where it was. But I find that interesting that the other pilot immediately went back to base instead of following the jet to see where it landed to give intel to first responders. So a lot of crazy things are going on with this. The F-35 has been plagued with maintenance problems. It's so overpriced, and they have just grounded them all too because of this incident. So a lot of weird things are happening. Things have been reported to me about hacking. I don't know, but I'm just reporting what the news is reporting. This is coming from Western Oklahoma. We're about an hour west of Oklahoma City. Gas has increased here nearly 40 cents in the last 2 weeks. Went grocery shopping on Sunday at Walmart. Saw a large number of empty slots throughout the grocery section in all areas. I work in the food service at a Division II state college here and are having increased issues with deliveries of assorted products including food, spare parts for our equipment. Coca-Cola has not been able to deliver a full order starting in early summer. We have a coffee shop on campus that is a Starbucks affiliate. Since January of last year, they have raised the prices 3 times, totaling a little over 45%. I received an email from them in July warning of delivery delays that could be as much as 4 weeks. Our vendors, and he names all the big vendors, I'm not going to name them here, are telling us that more and more products are not going to be available in the foreseeable future. Crime here, we have about 10,000 in our town, is on the rise. We're seeing homelessness increasing. I've lived here approximately 14 years. I spoke with a buddy here who has traditionally been a left-leaning thinker, and he stated that he needs to start stocking up due to all the craziness going on. Have to say it was an eye-opening conversation. So that comes from Oklahoma. I will tell you, Walmart yesterday, I saw the egg section, and all of Walmart's cheaper eggs were totally sold out. So they're definitely having a problem with delivery. I asked about it because I was curious, and they said they have not gotten a delivery yet, and they were supposed to. Norfolk Southern announced new details Monday, and this is coming from thehill.com, about plans to compensate East Palestine residents for lost home values since their the derailment of the train in the Ohio town in February. The railroad program will no doubt be welcomed by some people who want to sell their homes and move away from their town rather than deal with the lingering health worries. But some critics say the railroad should be doing more to address these health concerns instead of worrying so much about economic recovery in the area. Already the railroad estimates that the cleanup will cost more than $800 million, which includes $74 million that Norfolk Southern has pledged to the residents to help their town recover. That total will continue to grow as the cleanup continues. The funds are finalized and various lawsuits move forward. The railroad will also get compensated from its insurer and likely other companies involved in the derailment. So yes, that happened. We sort of forget about it, but those poor people will have to live with a lot of health concerns and a lot of health worries. This is from New York City. They are estimating they have 19,000 new migrant kids enrolled in New York City public schools. And they're stating that these kids do not have to be vaccinated to enter school. So all these influx of people coming in our country, some of them are having diseases that we have taken care of here through vaccinations. These children are going and mingling with the other kids. It's just a recipe for disaster. Also a double standard. If you were a resident of New York City and you told them I wasn't going to get my kids vaccinated, you would be in a lot of trouble, especially with their social services, with the school district. So there is definitely a double standard here. This is coming from Orange County, California. Also, gas prices are $6.19 for regular today. They increased almost $1 since Friday. I've got a lot of people sending me, so I'm not going to share them all, but thank you. Definitely gas is increasing just because oil prices are skyrocketing. We live in Kentucky, and our local Costco had a sign on the gas pump saying, effective October 9th, 2023, they will no longer be carrying diesel, so no diesel fuel. I received another one. I think it was Minnesota. It was a month or two ago. So I'm wondering, does Costco think it's not profitable for them to carry diesel fuel? We'll see about that and see what comes out of it. This is from Phoenix. Just in case some listeners don't know, this is a way to help shoppers determine the freshness of packaged bread items at the store. Bakeries bake every day of the week except Wednesday and Sunday. The small colored tags used to secure the open end of the items are colored to match the days that the item was baked. Blue for Monday, green for Tuesday, red for Thursday, white for Friday, and yellow for Saturday. So if you're shopping on Tuesday, check for blue or green tabs. Easy to remember, as the colors are in alphabetical order. I remember it as bread grows readily with yeast. So that makes perfect sense. You can remember that. Bread grows readily with yeast, and that will correspond with the color of. Hopefully this helps. I think I didn't know this. I read it a long time ago, but I had forgotten it, so I did not know that little acronym. Bread grows readily with yeast. Remember that when you're shopping for bread, get the freshest bread possible. I recently spoke, and this is from a person in the South Carolina area. I recently spoke to a director of a local Christian-based food pantry. She said the bulk of the people they are serving are the elderly. They're very much on fixed incomes, and many don't want to, trouble their children because their children are also struggling to make ends meet. Those children have families and kids. Also, South Carolina has changed the requirements for agencies like theirs to receive state funds because they're a Christian base and chosen not to market themselves to the LGBTQ community. But they will serve anyone. It doesn't matter. They don't ask questions. But because they're not taking that proactive step to promote that agenda, they can no longer apply for this funding. They're struggling just to keep their doors open and the lights on. So donating food is essential. But if you have an extra few dollars here and there, they sure could use it. They go on to say, my husband had a biking accident, suffered broken ribs, bruised ribs, muscle tears, etc. He was physically unable to get around for several days and still limited as he heals. It was a reminder that need to know to make sure you are well stocked up of things that you could use. In the medical emergency, I was able to find my supplies quickly without going on a hunt for them. That's very important. Know where vital equipment is, be it medical supplies, be it a chainsaw, be it whatever. So in an emergency, you can rapidly respond to it without trying to dig through your equipment, supplies, and gears. She did realize there were some few holes in my supplies, and she's already remedied these. One thing they found very helpful was lidocaine patches. And so they got lidocaine patches, but lidocaine patches are in short supply. A friend who works for a large distributor said they are having a supply issue with lidocaine, lotions and ointments and other stuff that's with lidocaine. They only receive about 30% of their orders each time, so stock up now if you have not. This is from the gatewaypundit.com. I'll just read you the title. Radical Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, probably killed her name, begins implementing climate organizational goals to ban meat, dairy, and private vehicles in 14 U.S. cities by 2030. To most people, that would sound insanity. They would never do it. It is a reality that these people are pushing on us. So if you want to read it, the Gateway Pundit. This person says, I live in the California high desert. Yesterday morning, gas averaged around $5.17 a gallon. That was in the morning. By early afternoon, it went as high to $5.75. So yes, gas is going up everywhere. The job market for work here is slim. 50 to 75 applications for every job. I'm sorry I don't have the state. I apologize for that. Maybe I can get it for you, but it's widespread. They also said they went to the store on Friday. Holy cow, just about everything is climbing again. 10 to 25% in just a couple of weeks. I hope you're paying attention to the Azerbaijan and Armenian conflict that's going on. Looks like Armenia had to pull out of a section of their country. It's been a disputed area for a long time. Azerbaijan has definitely have the upper hand in this conflict. Right now we have about 85 soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division and the Kansas National Guard. They're training there with the Armenian peacekeepers. So hopefully none of those are injured. This is a very volatile situation. We have Russia, we have U.S., we have Israel, we have Iran, we got Turkey. We have a lot of major players there. So hopefully it does not spread into any more of a problem. This is from thearmytimes.com. The Department Veterans Affairs officials are again urging medical center patients and staff to get their latest COVID vaccine booster, this time in response to the latest wave of illness spreading across America. The department will be among the first federal agencies to get doses of the vaccine, according to the VA Undersecretary for Health. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention earlier this month approved the new vaccine boosters and are recommending it for anyone 6 months or older who have not gotten a coronavirus vaccine in recent weeks. I cannot elaborate on this because of certain policies on YouTube. But the military is also going to get this new booster. So pray for my son. He has fought the good fight, and he'll have a lot more stress on him when these new boosters come out. He had a great company commander that was an honorable man that I believe truly assisted him to not get the shot and was able him not to get any negative repercussions from it. But this man will be moving. He'll have a new company commander. So pray for all those that will have to fight the fight again to not get this shot. This is from an article from Zero Hedge. A top NATO official warned that rising animal prices, and this would be big artillery shells, not little 5.56 or small arms, are rising rapidly. They go out to say that the price for equipment and ammunition are shooting up. Right now we're paying more and more for exactly the same. So far, the U.S. has pledged over $43 billion in arms to Ukraine. And has decimated our stockpile. What I told you for many, many months is they say they are giving some of our equipment away. I believe that they are pricing this equipment at rock bottom prices, so it doesn't look like we're giving them that much. But in reality, if we had to remake all this ammunition under current prices, I believe it would probably be double, because any number the United States government gives is always wrong. So this is a huge problem. I believe we're totally being gouged, and a former Pentagon official has warned that he believes the Department of Defense is being gouged by contractors because they know we need the ammunition. It goes on to say that they're trying to increase our production of artillery rounds, but we're not even close to what the Russians are producing. We can't even keep up with the Ukrainians' demand for artillery shells. If we went into a World War III scenario, if it was multiple fronts between China, Russia, in multiple places of the world, we would not be able to supply our men and women with sufficient artillery shells. Artillery is a key element. If you're trying to maneuver on the battlefield, you have to have artillery. I feel very sorry for the Ukrainians. They're struggling. They have no air support, and they're being slaughtered. The only word for it is slaughtered. It is sad. It is sad for me knowing that my tax money is going to finance this thing that is a total waste for them. You cannot maneuver on the battlefield without air support, and they have none. Also, Syrian President Assad will be visiting China on Thursday. China is becoming more involved in the world with the introduction of the BRIC currency, and China is trying to take our place in the world. So they will be there for economic reasons. Going on to Greenville, my neck of the woods. This is from Fox, Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. We will be restarting executions, which has been down for years because we were not able to obtain a lethal injection drug. The drug companies would not sell it to us. It sounds like they have gotten this drug, so there's a bunch of people on death row that justice will soon be done if they have received a death sentence from our state. And to close it out, I want something uplifting, and it's uplifting for me. It wasn't uplifting for this poor driver. Two bears on an Alaska military base raided a Krispy Kreme donut van that had stopped outside a convenience store during its delivery route. The driver usually left his door open, and he stopped, went inside, and a couple bears decided to wander in and help themselves to his goodies. And they did show some pictures of it. This is from the ArmyTimes.com. They were feasting out for a while on his donut holes and other nice pastries. He could not get him out. He banged on the door. Finally, the military police had to come, and they used their sirens and got him out of the vehicle. So there's some sort of good news for the Bears. The Bears got a great Krispy Kreme donut. I hope you're doing good. A lot of negative stuff out there. If you're discouraged, the only way to be not discouraged is lean on the Heavenly Father. Read your Bible, pray, get around good people. There's still a lot of good out there. There's good people. If you can't find anything good out there, make something good. Thanks for watching.